My name is Keisha Lee. All my life I've been on a search for purpose. Once I found it, it became my mission to find others who feel that they are living their purpose in life, in hopes to encourage others to do the same. This is Purpose TV. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Okay, hello everyone and welcome to Purpose TV. I am your host Keisha Lee and we are back in the studio again. Today we have Rasheem Kilo Pugh. Am I saying it right?
That's it.
I want to mess your name up now.
Don't mess it up.
I call him Kilo all the time. So,
Absolutely.
All right, Kilo, thank you so much for being on the show. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Kilo is a Grammy Award winner. So I'm like, I can't even believe I know this dude. Are you kidding me? I don't know any Grammy Award winners. Are you kidding me right now? Like, what? But anyway, oh man. So, hey, a lot of people may not know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Please tell us about yourself.
Which part?
Start from the beginning. Where are you from?
All right. My name is Rasheem Kilo Pugh. I'm from Newark, New Jersey. Let's say since 15 years old, I've been a rapper.
Nice.
What people don't know is at the age of 20, we actually got a record deal with Quincy Jones. So I was signed to Quest Records, Warner Brothers, in 1993. Had a video called Watch How You Sling. It was on MTV and all that. I had this long hair, like O-Dog from Menace to Society. Yeah, it was pretty cool. But that's like, I always wanted to be the best rapper in the world.
Okay.
You know, and we did some Pepsi commercials. We did a few different things, and we got an opportunity to do something different, which was R&B. And I was like, I'm trying to be the best rapper in the world. I don't want to do no R&B.
Right.
But the lady, Penny McDonald, who actually started 106 in Park, she came to us and was like, y'all need to write some songs. There might be some opportunities out there for y'all to write songs. And I was like, no, I don't write no songs. Right. She was like, yeah, but you wrote hooks for the rap, so it's the same thing. You just write melodies, just learn how to do a bridge. So I started listening to a lot of the old records like Sam Cooke, Stevie Wonder, Donny Hathaway, Al Green, our history of music. Yeah. And from that, I was always competitive as a rapper. Right. So I said, all right, if I'm going to learn how to write songs, then I got to be the best songwriter. I got to be dope, you know what I mean? Nice. And I just started writing, and I was whack at first, like anybody else, you know what I mean? And then you just keep going. It got better and better, and I had an opportunity to, a friend of mine was in this video. I was at home. He was in Nappy Heads with Lauryn Hill. Right. His name is Tane from the Artifacts. Nice. So, and we used to all hang out, and he wound up giving me her phone number. I met Lauryn, and that opened a whole nother chapter of my life. Wow. Going from the rapper, me, everyday rap, everyday hip hop, to now I'm working with Lauryn, working on some hip hop / R&B. Okay. And then after the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, R&B all the way. I was just working with Faith Evans, Heather Headley, John Legend, Anthony Hamilton. I mean, it just went R&B, 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 R&B. But I did have an opportunity to write some hooks for, like, what's my man's name? His name was just right, Warren G. Okay. And I think my claim to fame is the rapper I used to listen to when I was growing up in the streets all the time was Scarface. So I actually had an opportunity to write a hook for Face. I was like, yeah, hip hop history. That was a big highlight for me. Yeah. And it was on the Bates soundtrack with Jamie Foxx. And nice. Yeah, we did Rush Hour. We did Fast and Furious, King's Ransom. What was the name of that other? The Wood soundtrack. So we had an opportunity.
That was a dope soundtrack.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I loved it.
It was pretty cool.
Okay, I didn't even know you had anything to do with that.
I was always behind. After trying to be the best rapper in the world, then I just went behind the scenes, and it was like it was where the money was. It was a lot of education that they just don't teach you. You gotta get that being behind the scenes.
So do you ever miss, rapping? Like,
I still rap. man, I rap. I ain't never gonna stop rapping.
For real?
Let me tell you something. I ain't never gonna stop rapping.
Like, do you still record and rap?
Yes. Yes. I actually have an album working on right now. There has been some kind of craze. Like, I have to look at the grammar because somebody out there created this craze. I don't know who did it. But it's these old school hip hop lovers.
Yeah.
And most of them, I think it really started overseas.
Okay.
Because it says like they're behind us in music, where they love our old stuff.
True.
Well, one of my OCM albums sold for $300 on eBay. Like literally. And I have albums that originally was out for $10. They on eBay for $19, $20, $30. Old cassettes and stuff like that. So,
wow.
And a lot, I mean, they somehow, people, and we never really blew up when we were signed to Quincy Jones, but they did drop a single and it was on MTV and stuff like that. But
okay.
These old schoolers, man, they were contacting me through Facebook and everything like,
wow.
Do you have any unreleased music? Because this is what it's about. This whole craze is about all the old school music.
Oh
so I said, dang, maybe I should just create some new stuff. And dude was like, what? What? You gonna do some new music? So I'm like, yes, a new album is in the work right now. I'm 3 songs in.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna do 10.
That's awesome.
Put it out there.
I can't wait to hear it.
Thank
okay,
you.
listen. Do you have a stage name?
Kilo.
It's just Kilo.
Just Kilo.
I didn't know if it was, you know.
Your man, 50 grand.
Yeah,
but I have multiple personalities. Like I'm also Mr. May Green. Mr. May Green is Curtis Mayfield and Al Green mixed together. That's when I'm singing. When I want to sing, I don't want, you know, I had to create these identities that I didn't care what you think.
Right.
I just, when I want to sing, I want to sing. Right. So I'm Mr. May Green singing without a care. You know what I mean? That's the old school part of me. Mm-hmm. And then when I want to rap, I rap.
Nice. You
know, I figured, hey, if Kenny Rogers ain't sitting down, if Bruce Springsteen ain't sitting down, if a lot of other cultures, they get 70, 80 years old and they still do what they do, then as hip hoppers, we don't have to sit down, we don't have to never stop.
Wow.
We are the generation hip hop. We created it.
Really did.
We the ones walked around with the crazy haircuts, with all the cross colors, Benettons. We made the fashion industry what it is today.
Yeah.
It's us.
Yeah.
So why would we ever stop denying who we are because we get older?
That's right.
No way. Hip hop all day. Hip hop all day. Never stop. You know what I mean?
I know that's right.
So far back in hip hop, like right now I'm 46. I'm the same age as Tupac and Biggie. Right now.
Oh wow.
And I remember going into Uptown Records when Biggie Smalls was an intern. And met him in the hallway as an intern.
I didn't even know he was an intern.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So we go back. We go back. I met Tupac at Jack the Rapper in Atlanta. Gave him an OCM t-shirt. He was like, what that mean? Organized Criminal Minds. He's like, oh man, y'all from Jersey? Oh, my outlaws is from Jersey.
That's
so it's like
crazy.
Yeah, it's history.
Stories,
I got stories.
Oh,
I lived the dream. I tell you that much.
Hey, okay, so let's take a turn. You already kind of touched on Lauryn Hill. Mm-hmm. So, so you said how you guys got introduced, and that ended up being a Grammy for you.
Let me tell you like this. I always have to tell the story of I was a young black man that saw a beautiful black woman on TV.
Right.
And like any other black man that see a beautiful black woman, you're like, oh my gosh, I want to meet her.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when my boy Tame was in the video, I said, Tame, you got to introduce us, you know. And I was really trying to be with her. Oh. You know what I'm saying? That was my initial goal. Yeah. But it was already some people in place that I didn't really know about.
Gotcha.
You know, and I'll never forget her saying to me, because, you know, she did the, you know, let's be friends, let's not go there, whatever. And I was like, forget it, get out of here. You know, like everybody got, you know, but she called me like 2 weeks later and she's like, Kilo, I noticed you didn't call me in a while. And I was like, yeah. She was like, you know, I really value our friendship. That messed me up because back then there was no such thing as for a guy in the streets to have a female friend, like just a friend.
Just friend.
Yeah.
Right.
It was like either you was dating or you get off my phone. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when she said that, it took my brain to like, it was almost like I graduated as a man, like a friend, really? And I actually accepted her as a friend and we became cool and we used to ride around all the time, listen to music in the car. She'd be singing, I'd be rapping. I mean, it was really like a good bond.
Wow.
I actually took it. You might remember it was this. I think it was a magazine cover with Lauren, Queen Latifah, Missy, and all of them on the cover. I think it was Vibe.
I remember that.
Well, I took her to that shoot. I was in the car waiting for her to take the picture and come back downstairs. Wow. I mean, we really had a good bond.
That's
and she left. She was like, "Yo, I'm about to go on tour and everything." And she left, and they put that singer out. She told me all about that record that went on. Killing Me Softly?
Yeah.
Was that the Killing Me Softly? Aretha Franklin. Aretha, what is her name? Roberta Flack record.
Okay.
She was singing it in the car to me, talking about something, we're going to redo this record. And I was like, okay, that's cool, you know, but I wasn't really all into that old school song at the time.
Right.
But then it came out, and it was like, boom.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? And I was like, "Ew, that's nuts." And she was like, "Yo, we going on tour." So she went on tour. She came back, and I did this 10-minute interview. I'm not gonna give that whole long version, but you can put the link where I did a 10-minute interview about this story. I don't get into the whole entire process, but the album took 9 months, and we did 17 days in Jamaica, and the rest, the rest was in Jersey, and it was really, put it like this: if we didn't know God prior to working on the album, we knew God after the fact.
Wow. Why do you say that?
Because that album, the reason, like, you know, some people think that this was just a genius artist with this genius crew who created this genius album, and it really wasn't that. It was really a girl who was heartbroken, some friends who really loved her, and was like, "El, we down with you. Whatever you want to do, whatever." So we would go to any lengths to make something better. I was not just a songwriter, but I was the driver. I was security. That's my sister.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when she said, "I don't like that idea," we changed it immediately. What you want to do? Boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? And then at the same time, while we in the studio, me and Veda, you know, we're Muslim. So we go make our salah. She'd be over there reading her Bible, you know, and everybody's doing their own thing in between creating. So on the album, if you listen to the album, there's a lot of references to the Bible, to the Quran. Like in the beginning of Doo-Wop, it said, "Don't forget about the Deen, that's Siratul Mustaqim." On it, like it was one song where she said, "Make sure you're with the 144," which is out of Revelations in the Bible, talking about the 144,000 that make it to paradise. And she said another part in Doo-Wop where she said, "How you gonna win when you're sleeping with the jinn? Come again." Well, the jinn is explained in the Quran that the jinn is a entity that you can't see. It's made of smokeless fire, and they whisper to you. They whisper to you, and they can't touch you. They can't make you do something, but they whisper all the negative things to you and have you like, you know, when people be like, "The devil made me do it."
Yeah.
It's the influence. It's the whispers, but you have to be strong enough to combat the whispers.
I didn't even lie. I didn't know what she was talking about.
So when she said, "How you gonna win when you're sleeping with the jinn?" That means you're sleeping with a person who's probably listening or being influenced by the whispers of the shaitan, which is the devil, or the jinn, which is a negative person. How you gonna win when you're connected to negative people, negative person, being influenced by worldly stuff? You know, it's a lot of deep stuff. There's a lot of lessons on the album, but whenever you got too much God stuff going on, you piss the devil off. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So the devil, when that album came out, it influenced so many women, so many men, so many people worldwide. The devil said, "Okay, I need to do something to take some of the value off of this thing that's out here in the world, motivating so many people to do so many great things." Because that album went from like 0 to 20 million sales, like,
it did.
Gone.
It was an instant classic.
She's won 5 Grammys all at one time. So instead of attacking the album itself, let me attack the person who created the album. So he looked for the door in. Look for the door in. And a lot of times the door is sometimes it could be greed. It could be you're insecure. It could be whatever it is.
Yeah.
He looks for a way in. And he got in. And that caused a big problem between all of us who created the album, which resulted to this big lawsuit and all of that good stuff. And I'll tell you the whole story somewhere else. But you got I know you got to ask for the whole story, right? The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, the album was kind of like a child. Like, it really took 9 months to produce. Alright, we was in this attic working hard day and night from like 11 o'clock in the morning to 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning every single day. Then we went to Jamaica and was in Jamaica for 17 days in Kingston, Jamaica. Alright, though.
I love real hard work, but love wasn't returned. Found out the man I died for, he wasn't great concern.
You guys have a great time. Alright? I know he's causing trouble. I know you causing trouble. But bring home the fucking hit. I got to.
But yeah, we're talking about doing a book, we're talking about doing a film. There's a lot of different things out there that the story is definitely going to get told because I'm into legacy building for sure.
Okay.
And when I leave this earth, people need to know my contribution to the earth, to the world, to music, to all of that. So the story is definitely going to get told. Nobody going to hush me up, no kind of way.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, so that's the whole Lauryn Hill thing in the bubble.
Okay, yeah. And real quick about, when did you know that you were nominated for a Grammy? Like, well, tell me about that process.
Let me tell you something. That was a bittersweet thing.
Okay.
Because before the album was even released, we had the confrontation right there where the lawsuit started.
Oh, no.
Before the album released. So when she was on stage, we was at home like this. We did not share, we were not there. We did not share in the actual celebration of the album because we were in a lawsuit for 3 years. 3 years. So before the album came out to the world, during the whole time everybody gave the album praise.
Yeah.
And then 3 years later, when the lawsuit actually ended and everybody walked away, the moment was gone. We literally had to, I'll never forget, the first project that we worked on after Lauryn was artist Grammy that was signed to Motown, Kadar Entertainment. And I remember having that conversation where they said, "Did y'all really do that album?" And we was like, "Yeah, what you mean, did we really do that album?" And every time we went into a meeting, they said the same thing. "Y'all really did that? Did that really go down?" And literally, when we were working in the studio on different projects, whether it was Heather Headley, whether it was Dante Thomas, Miss California, whether it was a Rush Hour soundtrack, the people from the label would always come in and stand there and listen to that bang.
Yeah. And
they'd be like, and when that drum kicked and they hit those melodies, boom, 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 they was like, yo,
yeah.
They did it. They did that album.
Wow.
So we had to literally prove ourselves all over again. So you have this album out there that's boom, 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 and then you got these two guys in New York doing meetings for new projects, and they looking at us like, "Did y'all really do that? Well, let me see. Let me hear your music."
Yeah.
And we had to boom, 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 to a point where it just became, these guys did it. That's a shame. These guys did it. And I mean,
wow.
We didn't even really get to go into no full-fledged court battle because it was, Lauryn knew. You know what I mean? Everybody knew. Yeah. And I think one of the things that people didn't realize is that we had a record deal.
Yeah.
So one of the biggest attorneys in the game was already our friend from when we had a record deal. He used to be in our, when we was working on our album with Quincy Jones, Londell McMillan used to be in our sessions like this as a new attorney.
Yeah.
So now at this time, he's a major attorney representing Jesse Jackson, Wesley Snipes, Little Kim, Murder Inc., Rough Riders. I mean, he was a huge attorney. So when we came to him like, hey, bro, somebody trying to jerk us. It's like, who? So people didn't know that that power was already there. And, you know, hey, you know, I mean, hey, God gonna take care of his people. You know what I mean? When you put your head down to that floor and you say, God, hey, show me the way, protect me, and let me work on being a better me, God got you.
Yeah.
He got you. You know what I mean? So it's a beautiful thing. You know, I still love Lauryn. Lauryn is still my sister. You know what I mean? She has some bad influences, and plus, you know, the whisper of the gin is serious.
Wow.
So let that be a lesson to you kids. How you gonna win when you're sleeping with the gin, or walking with the gin, or being around the gin? Come again. So the messages are still relevant. You know what I mean? All the messages. I mean, even when you look at the titles, I mean, Forgive Them, Father. That's relevant right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Looking back. You gotta look back to know where you're going. You gotta know your past to know where you're going. I mean, you know, it's just so many different things that are still relevant today. That's why people say they still listen to it.
Oh, yeah.
But that's purpose. That's purpose right there. You know what I mean? That's purpose.